Yo, that's better. Listen, yo. It's hard to see the scope of who you are when your world's small, perpetuating patterns while you're spinning in a whirlpool. It's hard to sip the remedy for narcissistic tendencies stemming from a childhood that ain't part of who we're meant to be. Projecting all our pain onto people that with God we love, trying to negate all these feelings that we're not enough, but really we're some humans with some baggage. It's a lot of stuff. I know we got it in us to not end up in a solemn pub. We come with our facade, our bravado and our charm, but who the fuck are we when we're not glued to the mask? Conjure up a drama, we're not used to being calm. Slap a bandage on the wound till it ends up doing harm. We gotta push through, look too. Ways to unravel all the plot, untangle all the knots and pull the hook through. Go fishing in our souls, keep digging for that gold. Unshackled from the narratives encrypted in our skulls, cause we don't want to end up addicted to our past, attached to the trauma as we slip into the mask. We want to liberate and invigorate our hearts. It will take much more than just to spit it in a bar. Busy with the graft, all the little and the large, but there's an agitation that we're itching to discard. Delve into the depths where we're shelving all the stress. We've been selfish and inept in the grip of a mirage. We say the truth hurts, but we've been bleeding from the lies. So how are we gonna rise when we're feeding our demise? I said, we said the truth hurts, but we've been bleeding from the lies. So how are we gonna rise while we're feeding our demise? Cause we don't want to end up addicted to our past, attached to the trauma as we slip into the mask. We want to liberate and invigorate our hearts. It will take much more than just to spit it in a bar. We've been busy with the graft, all the little and the large, but there's an agitation that we're itching to discard. Delve into the depths where we're shelving all the stress. We've been selfish and inept in the grip of a mirage. In the grip of a mirage. I'll catch it. I won't take some. No. Strip away the layers of my character and I become a union of fear and love that can't equate to higher sums. Way beyond my brainwaves you made space and time begun, so how can I trust my will without praying thy be done? Surrender, trying to bite my tongue, asking for your touch to hit like bullets from a silent gun. Execute my ego, incentivize a dying sun. Clarify to me, is it the bird's flight or lion's run? Stuck clutch, tire spun. To whom do I succumb if I'm to cease to fight for fun? Fluctuating build destroy any means to fill the void. Temporary pleasure dies, and then I'm left to feel annoyed. Insatiable annihilation of any peace I've ever known. Flailing in the merry quest for dopamine and serotonin, severed flow. The child in me cares not for cocaine and pheromones. I wish I'd never grown, yet to grow, let it go. Feeling like we lost us, like Marco Aurelio. Down into the well full of adders where the pennies thrown, abseiling tangents of any thread I've ever sown. The devil's grown on the telephone, put him on hold, I don't want that captivity. I can add a metaphor and I can add a simile, but can I add the essence to embody tranquility? Cause I still reach for validation. That's why I'm on the mic trying to preach with animation. Or is it for the truth, for the proof in translation? But would I care to testify without the adoration? Standing ovations, landing opaque when warped self-perceptions are stranded so vacant. Anti-vocation, abandoned, go pray then. Answers inside of us, but can we locate them? Or are we incommunicado? Holy acrimony, but we're into superstar glow. Blow the macaroni as we linger to the barcode and worship anything pulling trinkets through the cargo. Half and half and half, bro, the fourth step, fifth step, more or less shipwrecked. I thought the death did test, but I wasn't sure that the shore was this big stretch. Channel all the facets of my lucerence and I declare that I am but a vision of a lucid lens that might prepare a tapestry of artistry, alarming me to fight with air, so I can waft the breath just to signify that I was there. Give me a crumb or lion's share, and I will spin that yarn into a psalm from the Messiah's lair. I'm clinging to a notion of devotion to the righteous heir, to manufacture purpose and justify why I should care. And justify why I should care. Tell the winter it can be my guest. I've been a sinner in the summer, now I'm certain I could freeze to death. Remnants of redemption really rising as I breathe a breath. I'm ready to be righteous, I get lost when I'm leaning left. Spirit of the east been asleep in me, I'm bleeding west, neck deep in ego, way off of that free flow. Trying to get the seed song, clutching at placebo, tranquilo, tranquilo. Shepherd in the shadow, when it's shallow helps you see the depth. I wallow in the worst of it, it's worth it just to feel inept. Birds of a broken wing, abreast as a breeze of sweat. We better buckle up and hatch a plan before we flee the nest. Stretching the wingspan, fetching the yin yang. I slept through the big bang and wept as the wind sang. I was dancing in the downpour, clucking for the coca in the casket of a proud war. I was starving for the hidden truth. I used to suffocate myself, gargling forbidden fruit. But now I've got a margin of reason. I think it's stemming back to the Garden of Eden. I walk in humanity, humility for heavy hearts, gawping at the vanity, futility and merry masks. Talking insanity, fluidity was very fast, stagnant in stature, but now I think I'm steady raw. Psychotic at the edge of the precipice, staring at them trains, thank God that I never did leap. Oh golly, what a price that would have been a waste to the body of Christ. It would have been a run, red bloodshed, enough said. Mum would have followed, couldn't cope with her son's death, upset. Enough debt, never any funds left. I put him up my nose, I was drowning in the drunk mess. But now I'm more or less more aligned, tied to a trapeze that I sort of set with scornful eyes. Fortified, distorted minds wander on the borderline. I know that I'm alive, but I'm feeling like I'm born to die. Fortified, distorted minds wander on the borderline. I know that I'm alive, I keep feeling like I'm born to die. Remnants of redemption really rising as I breathe a breath. I'm ready to be righteous, I get lost when I'm leaning left. Spirit of the east been asleep in me, I'm bleeding west. Neck deep in ego, way off of that free flow. Clutching a placebo, tranquilo, tranquilo.